Tails? Tails? You're not who I'm looking for.
Meanwhile, this little girl is
Oh, I
traumatized.
wonder if he's okay.
Meanwhile, this little girl just wonders, I just saw a blue anthropomorphic hedgehog fall from the sky. I should go and talk to my therapist about this. So, looks like we've lost Tails and lost another tornado. Jeez, I'm getting the feeling that Tails really isn't an ace pilot. Seriously, how many planes has he gone through? In this game alone, has already been 2. That's not even counting the classic games. Sort of already went through my tornado beforehand. But let's go to the casino because I have a hunch.
Sonic, wait up!
We'll find our stalker.
Long time no see.
Amy.
What's wrong with you anyway? Listen, this birdie seems to be in trouble, so you need to be his bodyguard for a while.
You must be kidding.
No way, I already played Sonic 3D Blast.
If you don't, we're just gonna tag along anyway.
And we can now play as Amy. Yep, so it seems Amy's found a flicky. One of the only flickies that are actually inside this game. You know, Sonic already had to protect the flickies with Flicky Island. If they get caught again, that's not his fault. Maybe they should stop getting caught by Eggman. Just saying. Now, it doesn't really tell you where to go to, but go towards Twinkle Park. And we walked in the completely opposite direction of where I came from.
Robots on the loose.
No problem. He's just a chunk of cheesy hardware.
Whoa!
Oh, now what? Huh?
Look here. It says, you touch it and freeze.
How do they judge? Nope, seriously, how do they judge cute couples?
Hey, wait. Oh, man. That girl is such a pain.
I guess we're judged as being a cute couple. That's interesting. Sadly, I wouldn't get into Twinkle Park for free, because unfortunately, I am lonely. But welcome to Stage 5, Twinkle Park, which has this right here. This track is by far one of my favorite tracks in the game. And ironically enough, it is another Sonic 3D Blast track. And I mean, the reason, you might be wondering, why is there so much Sonic 3D Blast stuff going on? That is because the main musical director for the Sonic Adventure games, primarily this one, was Jun Seno, who did the music for the Genesis version of Sonic 3D Blast. Now, you need to watch out for these bumper cars here because their hitboxes can be dickish, in which if you hit them, sometimes you get hurt, sometimes you don't. But we have bumper cars, yeah! Pretty much you use the A button to accelerate. You can let go of the acceleration with by just simply letting go of it. And as you can see, I got hit by one of them, but then I didn't get hit by another one. I like the bumper cars. And I love Twinkle Park in general. I wish they kind of brought this back inside of Generations, in all honesty. But not this part, obviously. I mean, this could have been a part where you would have just been, you know, racing down, doing some drifts here and there. I do know that there's a mod for this one, because there's a mod for anything for Generations, which is awesome. So, watch out for these loops right here. It is very easy to glitch out of those loops and completely careen off the edge and fall into the black abyss of fake space. Take it from experience. It is possible. Same with right here. If you steer yourself off, you will die. But there go the bumper cars. So down we go. And I said down we go. And onto an awesome roller coaster. Admit it, you want to ride a roller coaster like this. This would be amazing. Just like awesome. The only bad thing is this roller coaster isn't complete. Now right here, I jumped off like this. If I jump out over that way, I will get right to the end of the stage. I'm not going to do that though, because I want to actually show off Twinkle Park. So, welcome to Twinkle Park. Population, a bunch of coconuts. And a bunch of bowling. Did I mention that I suck at bowling? And then these annoying things. Those large things, they are just plain annoying. Basically, they inflate and deflate over time. And you can't attack them while they're inflated. Let's try and get a strike. There we go. Get a strike. Bunch of rings come out. Really, your only way of collecting... No, I actually don't think these rings are actually available to be collected even if you have an electric shield. But let's go right here and get this. And there we go. Let's go out. Now, Twinkle Park actually had a lot of textures changes. For one, this brick floor was actually added in from the original Dreamcast. It was just a grass texture. Another thing that was changed was the rooftops. Let's see if I can look at them. You'll notice that they're red right there. Originally, they were all blue like this. I can understand changing it from the red to the blue because the red makes it stand out more for certain platforms we're going to have later. But that's really it. I don't know. Again, I will question why they changed a lot of the textures inside of the Director's Cut edition based from the Dreamcast one, because, I mean, the Dreamcast had some pretty good textures that I think made the game look a lot more vibrant. I don't know. That's just me, just musing. There's a life right there. I don't think I'm going to go for it because I clearly have 17 right now. I don't need more. There's also one right there, too. So, let's go right here. Now, there's a camera glitch that you can end up doing. If you jump to this right here without taking that spring, the camera will glitch out completely on this area for right here when doing these platforming sections. I do not know why. I guess the developers didn't want you to sequence break, but that's pretty obnoxious if you ask me. Anyway, there's an invincibility right there if you need it, but I don't. And see, I mean, I've already been inside this stage for 4 minutes. I don't feel like it's been long because I like how this stage is designed. It feels fun, it feels flowing, it feels free. Unlike certain stages from, you know, Heroes. I'm looking at you, Hanging Castle. But either way, we're actually at the end of the stage anyway. So, we got a bunch of coconuts right there. So I'm going to grab this, and this, and this, and great. And open the capsule. It's just like classic games.
Yes.
Only I'm not grabbing any of those deer. And they're probably going to just be put right back inside that capsule. I'm an asshole.
Yeah, not bad.
So, never mind the fact that you were supposed to, you know, going after Amy. No, apparently our mission changed at some point to going to save the animals.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
Oh, shoot! I've lost Amy. I bet that robot hauled butt after her. I'd better catch her before it does.
But first, bumper cars! So we have another sub-game right here, bumper cars, yep. Each character can do this except for Gamma, unless you get him inside the mission mode of the game, which I haven't really talked about. I'll talk about that later, probably in a bonus part. Pretty much, we have the Twinkle Circuit. It's just a 3-lap race around this. This is actually used inside of... For those of you who have seen the Scarlet Equinox video in which we did a bunch of hacked Mario Kart tracks, the Twinkle Circuit was one of them. And that was fun. I'm not going to lie. I would have loved if that would have been like something inside of Mario Kart. Or even inside Sonic All-Stars Racing Transform. That would have been an awesome track. And again, All-Stars Racing Transform and All-Star Racing in general, I think, still have a ways to go. And I think it could be a really good franchise if Sega would just make another one. And let Sumo design it, because Sumo makes good racing games. While we're at it, Nintendo, let Sumo make a goddamn F-Zero game, because it's very clear that you're not going to be making one. I don't care what Miyamoto says. Just let Sumo make it. Hell, even just an HD remake of an F-Zero would be appropriate at this point. I want another F-Zero game. Please. I mean, I forget who it was at Nintendo who hated GX and thought it was one of the worst ones in the series. Good fan. Pretty much all the fans disagree with that. F-Zero GX is pretty much one of the most acclaimed titles inside the entire franchise. And that was the one that Sega made. Maybe it's that mentality. Maybe they're just pissed off because, you know, Sega ended up technically making a very good version of F-Zero. Now, I haven't been talking about how the cars actually operate. Each one actually has different handling, different max speed, and different turning capabilities. The more rings you actually end up getting, the faster the car will go. But if you're not careful, some characters have actually rather terrible handling. I think the worst one might be Sonic's. I think Sonic might have the worst turning out of everyone. If not, then it might be Tails. Not Big, no. Big has like the best handling in the game for some odd reason. I have no idea why. But go through 3 laps and there you go. Once you complete all 3 laps, you get the rings that you kept and you get an emblem. And then you get the option to continue or quit. We're going to quit, obviously. So, back inside Station Square. Let's go and actually try and find Amy. Because, you know, we kind of needed to do something about this. I kind of lost her. Thanks, Jesus! You know, I really should thank Jesus for constantly dropping these plot-important items for me. So, an employee card. I wonder where it goes to. Well, it goes to this building. That's how you open doors, right? Just simply throw it at it. So, now on to the stage that everyone knows. Speed Highway. Yep. Speed Highway. That was later ported into Sonic Generations. And pretty much had no music change for it at all. I love Speed Highway. I'm not going to lie. And I will always say the main lyrics that everyone knows from this one, and that is up and down and all around. Up and down and all around, indeed. It's a fun stage, really fast-paced, and I'm glad that they actually added it into Generations. Right, so let's go right here. Now watch out, because if you hit those boosters, you will fly right off. It's not even funny. I love how Sonic's legs kind of stopped there. Right? Now, I was actually surprised that this is the first time I've actually never taken the path with the tube that was at the top. That's generally the path that a lot of people end up taking. What does the tube do? Pretty much, it was added in based from the Dreamcast version, because in the original Dreamcast version, it was very easy to fall off of the edge because of how messed up it is. Believe me, when I get to it inside the Dreamcast version of the game on Game Anyone, you're going to notice it. But let's watch out for the police driving coconuts. Go away, coconuts. You'll never take me alive. I'd also like to point out that this is the highway of Station Square. Or maybe it's just Station Square that's all on the bottom, but either way, who was this highway designed for? Did they design it just in the hopes that one day Sonic would run across it? I'm going to have the same questions about a highway that we're going to have to go to inside of Unleash. Oh, God. Dang it, I was trying to not get hit. Stupid coconuts. Haha, you'll never take me alive. And now for the badass part. You have really good control during this, surprisingly. And you don't lose rings whenever you hit a barrier. Alright, let's grab some rings while I'm at it. Mine. I think there's a shield around here. Is that it? Yep, there it is. There we go. And away we go to definitely the most relaxing, one of the most relaxing tracks in the entire game, At Dawn. At Dawn is another one of my favorite tracks inside this game. I will gush about this as much as I want. Whoa, how did I... Okay, I was about to say, how did I kill that coconuts? Right, so we're going to go around the side this time and go over here. There's so many paths to take around here, even though this is really linear. This is a stage actually for Knuckles later on. This section in... Sonic? Sonic? Okay, that's never happened to me before. That was rather interesting. But yeah, At Dawn. This is just a really relaxing track, which is why I'm so upset. This soundtrack is actually available on iTunes. At Dawn's not inside that soundtrack. I do not know why, and it makes me so sad. But let's get to the end here. And save another animal capsule. Because fuck Amy.
Yes.
And there we go. We are actually already over halfway done with Sonic's story, believe it or not.
Yeah, not bad.
Except for the fact that I was supposed to be going after Amy, Sonic. Amy. Remember? No? I don't blame you. But we end up back right out here. So let's see if we can, find Amy. Or maybe Tails, because, we sort of lost track of Tails after we got shot out of the sky. You'd think that Sonic would be more concerned. Maybe he just realizes that, Tails can actually fly, so he shouldn't be concerned at all. Well, I think we can try and maybe look for Amy. Maybe she went back to the first place in which we ended up finding her. Makes sense.
Amy? Oh man, where can she be?
Sonic! Help!
I'll cut him off at the Mystic Ruins.
And then the train comes and you just hear a splat. Alright, so now we gotta head off to the Mystic Ruins and try and save Amy, who seemed to have gotten herself caught within the time that Sonic was dicking around with bumper cars and Speed Highway. I believe this is somewhat my fault.